Good morning, Infiniti here with our dog Cora Dreamer. And we just left the house exactly at 9:19 on the 19th. I could not have planned it better, or like more accurately. That was pretty cool. I hope you're having a great day here on this Tuesday. We are blazing through September, and we have had a lot of activity lately. I've talked about this in a previous video, so I don't have to really get into it, but from Friday on and up until yesterday and last night, we're having a lot of solar flare and electromagnetic radiation coming from the sun. It's really going to be hitting us, or has been hitting us, basically since Sunday night, Monday, and into today. And then we have other ones that are rolling in. I have a feeling this is going to happen. And just about an hour ago, we had a spike again. Another one. So they're just going to be kind of nonstop, basically. And Fridays were super duper intense, kind of like the first earthquake. And then like just all the other earthquakes and aftershocks, that come with that. And so just heads up, it's very intense energetically. It's going to be shaky. It's going to be rocky. We're going to be emotional. We're going to be agitated. We're going to be easily frustrated and all that stuff. Tired, achy in our joints and our muscles, in our tendons. Our bodies are literally reconstructing on a DNA level, and we're going from carbon-based to crystalline-based, and that comes through our sun, our beautiful sun, and all the explosions and the energy that comes through that beautiful sun. Look at how big it looks. Wow. It even looks bigger these last few days. To me, anyway. Beautiful. So all of that energy and encodements and downloads and activations that happen to for us to evolve comes through the energy of the pure energy of the sun, and then Gaia integrates it and then processes it through the elements and the abundance matrix, the crystalline abundance matrix that is disengaging and breaking down the material matrix. So anyhow, we are leading up to the equinox on Friday. I'm going to be facilitating a live that day, and I hope that you join me. It's at 3:30 p.m. Pacific on Friday, and we're going to be doing, I'm going to be facilitating a channeled energy update about what we need to know. So whatever comes through that way, and then a collective oracle reading. So I'm going to be pulling cards for the collective and whatever extra messages are going to come through there. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some pretty cool numbers. And I just got all distracted seeing numbers. Yeah, the numbers have been just on, like that Friday when all the solar flares started really intensely. I kept getting double numbers all day long and mirrored numbers all day long. And it was definitely a thing. Encodements coming through, really interesting phenomenon taking place. Oh, we got fresh poopies here. Don't eat that. Fresh poopies here. I'm pretty sure that's deer. What? Sorry about that. It's caught up. So anyway, stop pulling me, please. What? What are you seeing? So anyway, all of this is deeply connected and synchronized and planned in so many divine ways for us in our development, our evolution, our ascension, our healing, all that good stuff. And so much of it is being whipped up now, it's one of those things. So just to be aware of all of this, it's pretty awesome how this is all coming together right now. It's very exciting, even if it's very destabilizing. It just really helps to be aware. So anyway, I think I got all distracted there. But anyway, it's really easy to get off track. And so back to the live. So as I said, I'm going to be channeling messages about all of this and then doing the oracle and then facilitating a live channeled astral guided spirit walk healing, energy healing meditation. And that is going to be, as always, as the title says, channeled. I always channel all of my spirit walks. I am not the designer or the architect of them. Sorry about the energy. I'm trying to make her stop pulling me without constantly talking about it. She knows what she's doing. She knows. Anyway, so any of the spirit walks that I do are always channeled, and I just receive information really, really quickly in visions and feeling and just knowing and being told in just different and various ways that what to say, what to do, how to guide, of what's happening, all of that stuff. So this one is going to be specifically for the equinox, and we are going to be focusing in on the balancing aspects of the equinox, because that is what it is. It's equal day and night on both sides of the planet, both sides of Gaia. And that happens twice a year. It's the northern hemisphere equinox. So that would be the fall or the autumn equinox here in the northern hemisphere when things start to get colder. And then we have the southern hemisphere they have the spring equinox. Those are the people who have Christmas and summer. And I always wonder what that's like. That's interesting. They have their spring equinox. So it is the equinox on any which way you cut it, the second of 2 for the year. Of course, next one will have a spring for us in the northern hemisphere and vice versa. So we're going to be not just focusing on one or the other, but both, for both the northern and the southern hemisphere. And really focusing in on grounding with Gaia and tapping into and connecting with the abundance matrix. Because all of this influx of energy that we've had, especially since the summer solstice, has been very destabilizing, very agitating, very, if lack of a better word, aggressive, and very difficult to ground into or to stay grounded. I know that that's been the case for me really intensely, because I moved right when all this was beginning, and it was just, it's just been very hard for me with everything that's gone on. That's been so destabilizing. It's like trying to ground in an earthquake. It's not easy to do. Even if you want to, it can be very difficult. And many of us are ungrounded or are dealing with issues of not being as grounded as we need to be, especially for what's coming through the equinox and the rest of the year. So that is going to be a really, really big focus for us on Friday for the Spirit Walk. I already know that. Exactly what we're going to do, I am not sure. I do not know. I haven't gotten any heads up on that, except for it's going to be grounding. So prepare yourself if you're going to join me live, or if you can't join me live, there will be a replay on both the YouTube channel and on Facebook. So you can watch that when you can, sooner rather than later. So if you can't be there live at that time, right when it's over, you can watch the replay. You can do it the next day. I really suggest doing it within no more than 48 hours of this going on. Even though you can do it later, it's going to be harder on you the longer that you take to do it, between the equinox actually ramping up, coming up, and then afterwards, then you're going to be dealing with that in a way that's more intense or more disruptive than it needs to be, because the Spirit Walk is really going to help you energetically and spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, to handle this hard reset that is an equinox. And an equinox is like Control-Delete or turning off the computer and turning it back on. It's resetting the energies and the polarities and the plus to minus, minus to plus charges, and letting that go and then reconnecting it. It happens really, really quickly, and is going to, it's like little bombs in us. It releases tension, but then it causes tension at the same time. So, because once it turns back on, everything gets turned back on. Everything comes into the energy, into light. So it's like you turn it off. That's destabilizing because the power gets cut. And then when the power comes back on, it's destabilizing. Just imagine like the lights go out in your house, and it's then everything turns off. Places are dark. The house is dark or whatever, and then eventually whenever it comes back on, everything's going to be on the way like it normally is. So it's like, oh my God, everything's on now. It goes from nothing on to everything on, lights that were left on or electronics or whatever, and that's very disruptive at the same time. So that's kind of a way to look at it. And all of that disruption causes friction, and friction can cause even more negative energies to arise because we are unstable with all of the changes energetically. And then what that evokes for us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and how that affects the physical body. So I would just really take that in, process that, and tap in, see what comes to you about it. I'm going to be obviously talking about this more on Friday, but that's just a overview on how this works. And And then prepare for the live by, if you can, take at least a 30-minute bath, an hour bath, a 2-hour bath would be better. Longer the better, to help clear your field and your energy of you know, this what's on the surface, and it'll prepare you and your bodies for the energy work that we're going to be doing, the messages that we'll be receiving. It'll just clear your field. If you can't take a bath, take a shower. If you can't take a shower, at least work with your crystals or essential oils or whatever. Do whatever you can. You can be in the tub for the live if you want to. I'm not going to be, but you can be. So, who got a stick? Who got a stick? You got a big stick, babe. Yes, you do. You got a big stick. Where are you going with that? Okay. Okay, where are you going with that? You're so silly. And meditate, pray, do intentions, whatever you want to do about this. I'll be posting more all week long, but I want to give a heads up. I will be live 3:30 p.m. Pacific on Friday, September 22nd. And we're going to be talking about all this good stuff, and hopefully you will be there. And I ask that you, where are you going with that? Okay, there you go. You finally have it in the middle. That you share with those in alignment. Share in your feed, share in your social media, share with your friends and family. For anybody who is in alignment with, okay, we're done? Okay, let's go. Come on, we're going back home. Come on. Come on. No. Cora. With anybody that's in alignment to receive, to be in a sacred, divine space, receiving messages from Mother Gaia and our divine counterparts, archangels, ascended masters, and doing some really amazing energy work and astral travel and connections and all that. They're always awesome. They're always they're always different. They can, they range so much in what we experience. And I've been doing these now for, 8 years. I had to count. 8 years, I think. So it's always a magical ride. So anyway, if you're meant to be there, you will be there. If you can't be there live, then do the replay, like I said. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Until next time, my loves. Bye for now.